Hello and welcome to the StarCraft 2 broadcast brought to you by Captain America. And that is the wrong screen. Alright, yes, let's change that, and there we go. Alright, we do have a TVP today on, this is Cloud Kingdom I believe, yes, and spawning in the bottom position, OGS fOrGG, our Red Terran. In the top right corner, the blue Protoss, LiquidHerO, graces us with a new replay pack just up this week on Team Liquid. And we'll be casting a lot of these games tonight. I'm going to make a marathon of it. I'm just feeling in the mood. I don't know why. I can't tell you. I am not particularly I'm not a Protoss player. I am a Terran player. But for some reason, I saw this replay pack and I thought, what a great opportunity to start casting some games. So here we go. Do have a probes pylon. A 9 scout. It is the probe scouting after the pylon. Yes, you know, pretty typical. You like to get there before the Terran can wall off. Of course, I don't know if OGS fOrGG will wall off, at least not in the beginning. And, yeah, let me say this before we get started. I am casting a lot of games, and I'm going to. Been a little busy with grad school applications, but if you have something you'd like to see cast, a player, perhaps yourself, go ahead, send it to me at CaptainAmerica at theGspotNetwork.com. I will put it in the comments below. You can send it there, you know. And if you have any suggestions or comments, leave them right here in the video. Go ahead, like it if you like it. You know, it's what the like button's there for. It's much appreciated. It lets me know that you're at least enjoying what I'm doing, working to get better, make it better. I think I'm really gonna have to update these overlays. They are kind of wearing on me a little bit. That American flag it doesn't have any life in it, you know. America, you know, it's like, oh yeah, but then that flag just is not smiling at me. It looks so sad. It's a sad flag. Oh, but anyways, we do have Nexus first. LiquidHerO going to be a little greedy. Looks like the Terran going 1 Rex. Expand as well. Gonna go with the Marine. You know, and then this SCV will go for a scout. Probe could go for a block here, or just more likely just to scout that it is in fact going to be a CC going down. There it goes. See what if the probe tries to get out of here. He's trapped now, but he should be able to get out. And there we go. We do have a gateway and a gas going down for OGS fOrGG. Let's check it out here. The probe does die. Good micro from fOrGG. And yep, the SCV will scout single gas. I have to see what the follow-up is for OGG. And then so we go. I'm gonna guess. No, I'm not gonna guess because at this point it could be anything. There goes the core. Maybe a robo, but there's no second gas here. Usually if the Protoss wants to get a fast robo, he will throw the gas down before, well, in this case he did go Nexus first, so forget what I just said. If you get, that's more if you go gate core, gate gas core before expanding, then you'll see a second gas before the Nexus as well if they want to get a super fast robo. Oh, a 3rd CC. Very nice play. I like that from OGS fOrGG. To counter this quick Nexus, he's going to take a 3rd of his own with a, well, maybe not even take the 3rd, but at least get a 3rd orbital. Help saturate his mineral lines a little bit faster and keep up with the Protoss chrono boost. Be very annoying as Terran to keep up with a Protoss in worker production. Even though we have mules, which are, you know, quite awesome at what they do. Here we go, the 3 racks follow up. It's good to hold off any early pressure from the Protoss player, as he has gone for 3 CCs. And is it double gas? Okay, so it's a 3 racks, double gas. You know, it's fairly typical. I mean, you know, TVP we would usually see maybe 1 racks, expo into 3 racks, double gas. But in this case, there's the 3rd CC thrown in. I think Empire Cost was famous for doing this. I'm not certain if this is his exact style. I am not completely familiar with Empire Cost, how it worked. A 3rd Nexus though coming out from Hero, so we're going to see a bit of a macro game, and he's not scouted at their 3rd CC. But it's still, you know, it's a good play as Protoss. Once he'll probably throw up a lot of gates, would be my guess. And he's going to be able to hold off most Terran aggression with those. Maybe 6 gates would be a good defensive number. He's got 3 right now. And going for a second gas. No robo yet. See if he goes 3-gate robo, or if he is going to in fact throw up 3 more gates to go up to 6, just for good defensive posturing. And meanwhile, we do have Stim just starting for the Terran. Warp gate nearing completion. And are there any, strangely enough, Hero does not have any proxy pylons on the map. So that tells me he's not going to be going for pressure anytime soon. With this 3-gate build, obviously, it would be a little hard, but sometimes you'll see the Protoss put a little bit of, fake pressure on just to keep the Terran hold up. And in this case, we're not going to see that. We might see a poke, looks like a stalker, double stalker poke here at the 3rd, checking for anything. Sees nothing, and might, poke up, check the bunker, check the marine count, see what's going on. And we're going to have, a combat shield, 2 tech labs and a reactor. This is that standard Terran TVP style. You'll see a factory coming down soon. eBay as well for +1 weapons, most likely. The factory should be coming up next, after the +1. Unless, though he is floating some gas, we could see it before. It's been so long since I've done this build. And there are different ways to do it. You can go +1 first, or you can go for the medevacs first. It depends on your style, what you want to do with it. And we do have the gateways coming out, so looks like 7 gates. Okay, so it's going to go up to 7, and on 3 bases you can easily, it's no problem. If it was 2 bases, 7 gates is more of a, it's closer to an all-in kind of style, just because it would slow down your tech to produce off of that many. Not necessarily an all-in. Obviously, he doesn't have to produce off of these. He can just use them to defend drop play. And a Ghost Academy, actually. No factory. Okay, so OGS fOrGG is going to go for Ghosts. I thought of this. This is a nice little variation. Rather than going for quick medevacs, why not go for a Ghost? Change things up. And +1 weapons on the way. Also, a Twilight Council coming out. So, we will see some kind of either maybe a Blink Stalker play, or a... he's not going for upgrades because there are no forges. So, it could be Blink. It could also be Templar. If he's going for Storm or DTs, there are 3 orbitals, but there is no detection, and there's an eBay, so at this point, would DTs do a whole lot of damage? No. So I'm gonna have to say either a Blink play or a Storm. More likely the Storm. And a lot of SCVs being pulled. This is a scary force from Hero. He is gonna push in. Guardian Shield goes up. SCV is repairing the bunker. And here we go. Let's get those health tabs off and zoom in. Alright, are they going to... Yep, it looks like the Terran holds. He does hold. A lot of force fields here trapping the Terran into his army in, so he can't pursue and cut out some of these stalkers. Very stalker-heavy force. Marauder Shell's about to finish, and we do see 2 Marauders on the way. About, 5 Marauders here, and 13 Marines. Check the unit count. 17 total. A lot of SCVs here. Just easy. OGS fOrGG, this is a really impressive. Holding this with 1 bunker. Something that all Terrans, get this replay, watch it, and just see what he does. He's holding off 7-gate pressure right here. The Protoss is saturating his 3rd, getting the gas up there. So it's not like there's a full commit here from the Protoss player. He's not going all in. But it's a really good way to hold. And he only does it with 1 bunker. Most Terrans I know would need more than 1, to say the least. It could be 2 or 3, and they could still die to that kind of a poke. So if you're, a Terran working your way up the ladder, check it out. And here we go. Double upgrades going to be coming out, as well as Storm with the Templar Archives. It looks like he's going for charge. Okay, so no blink. Will be a charge play. Charge lots are insanely good against Terran. I think it's definitely a better choice than blink. And the longer the game goes on, he can always get blink later. But it is definitely just the way that charge, it gives him such an extra what's the word I'm looking for? An extra bit of speed just to get into the engagement, to get a good hit off. Oh, Stalker's got to be careful. He's gonna lose 1 here. He might lose a couple more if he's not careful. Oh, there we go. Force fields thrown down. Good force fields from Hero, falling back. Really holding. The Terran just wants to get his 3rd up, get it saturated. OGS fOrGG, that is. Factory floating here. And there we go. +1/+1 on the way for the Protoss. +2/+1 on the way for the Terran. So he is staying ahead in upgrades, which is good for OGS fOrGG. A little bit of a supply block here, though. Delaying these medevacs by quite a bit. And let's see, it's gonna, that's quite a supply block, actually. Must have been distracted. Couple, throwing down 3 more racks. And 3, 4 gateways. Oh, this is gonna be very heavy gateway. Do we even... Is there a robo on the field at this point? Wow. There are so many gateways. I can't count that high. Is that 11? Yeah, I don't have 11 fingers. I can't count that high. I know what 11 is, though. Right. Anyways, back to the engagement. Nice! Nice EMP from the Ghost. Takes all the energy off. But he's going to get stormed here. OGS fOrGG has to pull back. These that one. Is it only one? No, there's a second Templar and a third. Looks like maybe more. Sentries back here. Gonna hold off this pressure pretty well. And the medevacs are on the way. Oh, watch out. A nice snipe on the Templar to get it before the storm. Ghosts here drop another EMP. And the Protoss forced to fall back. Really great micro from fOrGG here with those snipes. Also, oh, good storm, but fOrGG able to fall back. Great micro going on. And here goes the engagement. The Zealots charging in an Archon on the way. Looks like kiting back, taking, picking off a couple Zealots. The medevacs a little bit vulnerable here. Might lose one. He might lose one. It is low. It is in the red. It is going to go down. He does lose one. Okay. Oh, a couple more Zealots going to fall. Hero has to be careful. Over pursuing. Not quite, but almost over pursuing a little bit too far. A little pylon here in the back. A couple Templar. Was there a storm that I missed, actually? There were 11 workers killed. I very well could have stormed this expansion. Though there's also could have been from the pressure earlier. But look at this army. It's in the red. These medevacs, there's only, what, 5 now, but there were 3. There were 2 early. A couple more. A couple here at the natural. He has to be careful if the Protoss does choose to push. If Hero chooses to push. With a Robo Bay on the way and a War Prism. Very nice. Going to see some sneaky play from Hero. But this army in the red, the medevacs just did not have enough energy. Its supply block really put OGG back a bit. It could have definitely helped him here at the third as he engaged. Only having 2 medevacs and having them so late was it made a big difference. Let's just say that. And looks like he's got the Terran on 2 fronts. Usually it's the other way around. We see the Protoss defending on 2 fronts. In this case, it is the Terran. Here we go. He stims a couple units. And +2 on the way. Let's check. Oops, that's not the building I wanted. Just click on the unit here, 2-1. And there goes 3-2. 3-2 just started. Kiting back, a couple Zealots here. Watch out for the storm. Nice split from fOrGG. Gonna pick off the Templar and now the Zealots. Looks like pylons going up all over the map. This one pylon here will fall. And, oh, another storm. Nope, a lot of Zealots here. And the Protoss is pushing into the natural. Looks like a feedback. And one Templar sniped. A couple storms here. Landing, not doing a whole lot of damage. Forces the Protoss player back as he brings in the Zealots. Very nice engagement from Hero here. If you're a Toss player, you could definitely learn from this. Like I said, usually I'm used to seeing the Terran doing this to the Protoss player, but Hero here doing some great, back and forth kiting. He is falling a little bit behind in supply, but he has 3-3 on the way now, and that will finish after 3-2 finishes for fOrGG, but he's going to have 3-3 ahead of the Terran. Also going for a Colossus too. When he gets those Colossus out, it is going to make this army so much stronger. And really, fOrGG is going to be in a bit of a bind. He's not able to do any damage to the Protoss economy. He's been defending his base the whole time. And I'm actually looking for the Robo Support Bay. There we go. Okay, Extended Thermal Lance is on the way. See if he chronos that. It will be a little bit in getting here. And right now this army, a little weakened without those Colossus. But there are quite a few Templar. A good storm, but not getting too much with it. Not getting too much at all. Gonna be careful. Gonna lose a Templar here. He's gotta be careful. Very scary army from fOrGG at this moment. If we check the Ghost count, up to 6. Able to push the Protoss player back. Gonna try and get into this 4th base here. Like I said, fOrGG not doing a whole lot of damage to the economy of Hero yet. Here come the Ghosts. Good snipe. Was that, or no, the EMP does get the sentries. Nice, very nice play from the Ghost, but Hero keeping this Colossus alive. Look at that. Good micro. Now he's got to fall, forced to fall back. But, oh, a great storm on the Terran army, and this Colossus doing so much damage. Able to stay alive. This army into the red, warping in units, throws another storm on the army. And it looks like Hero will hold this. Just barely. He's going to save his base. And fOrGG not able... Yep, it's very close. Look at all these medevacs in the reds. Another one more storm would kill this army off. But actually, I might have spoken too soon. Here goes the Nexus. It will fall. He's going to target it down. He gets the Nexus just barely. Only one... Yeah, one lone Colossus out here trying to defend. And a couple Zealots. There we go. Forces... Yeah, the Warping of Zealots saves the day. A couple Templar running in. A little late to the party, guys. A little late. But the Nexus goes right back up for Hero. His economy. It's in great shape. 3-base Protoss here. It's also 3 bases for our Terran. He's getting a little bit low on minerals. And if we check, the Protoss player also close to mining out. A bit of a standoff here. A couple Ghosts coming. Will we see anything? Let's see. 2 Vikings in production, so the Vikings are going to be a little bit late. There are 3 Colossus out. But let's see how many medevacs we do have. 7 in the red, though, and low on energy. Only 2 really have any energy at all. That is going to be a problem, because look, the army is healed up. And, oh, I hear it. There's a Warp Prism. There was Warp Prism harassed. This game is crazy, I tell you. There we go, in the main. Check the units killed. Only 12. So he didn't, I don't know if... Let's see, he didn't pick anything off. Didn't do too much damage with it. But he does force the Terran back into his base. And now he's going to push at the 3rd here. Looks like we're going to have an engagement. A good setup from the Protoss player. Good concave. Archons pushing in. Going to do a heck of a lot of splash damage. There goes a storm on the army. It's pinned in here. And the reinforcements from fOrGG coming in, but unable to get anything. Is he going to be able to get a Colossus even? These Colossus getting away here. A couple Archons too. 4 Archons. Going to do some damage. Could take out these Vikings. Stalkers as well. And Blink on the way, plus 3 armor for the Terran. So right now it is 3-3 for the Protoss player versus 3-2 for fOrGG. And Hero playing a great game on 4 base versus 3 base Terran. A little bit behind in supply, but he is a Protoss player. And Protoss units, well, they are tough, let me say. And here we go, he's going to push into the natural. Nope, just a little bit of a feint. Drawing out an army here, a couple Vikings. This Templar going to throw a storm down, but now going to be picked off. It will die. 6 Ghosts about to finish as well. And Hero is falling back in front of this pressure. He has to be careful. He could lose another Colossus. He must have lost. Yep, there goes one. And a second one. Oh, it goes down. Not keeping his Colossus alive. Looks like he's switching into Archon with another Colossus now on the way, but he's producing off of 1 Robo, which really slows that down. Going for more of a Stalker Archon mix and a couple, Templar. And of course, the usual Zealots. But if we check his vision, he's got great vision. He can spot any drops coming. See if the Terran expands anywhere. Looks like the Terran will take a 4th now. And a little bit of a lull here while both players, are remaxing. I don't know. I haven't watched the supply. I don't know if either player has max at this point. It's possible they haven't. Gonna pick off the cannon with a few Marauders. Interesting. Just to do that so he can get his Ghosts in there. Likely go in and try and snipe some Templar. They're not gonna be able to do that though. Great play from Hero just to pull his army back. But now he does leave the Nexus exposed. Oh, a snipe from the Ghost going down on this Templar, but unable to get that one in the back. Oh, a Colossus out in front, picked off. Very bad engagement for Hero here. Gonna lose his 4th base again. And this Protoss army just unable to engage right now. EMP going down on the Archons. Really hurting. And I think losing those Colossus when he was out on the map earlier has really weakened him here. He lost, was about 3 Colossus. Cut his numbers down. He was only down to 2, I think, when this engagement happened. And that really hurt. If he had those Colossus, he would have won that hands down. As it is, he did lose the Nexus. And now he's pushing the Terran army back, but a couple Vikings have landed here and doing a good amount of damage. Picking off some probes. Don't think they're doing damage to the Nexus. Will they get it? No. They are forced to lift off. Meanwhile, the Terran looks like there has been some harassment from LiquidHerO here on the planetary fortress. Very likely warping in with these pylons and storming the SCVs as well. That is the problem with this expansion. This high ground here is great for, abuse. If you put Infestors up here, you put Templar, you could put a Ghost up here if you wanted and snipe workers. Actually, that would be fun. I wonder if anyone. Let's see. This is something I've never tried to do, is snipe a probe. They are mechanical, so I guess that wouldn't work. But you could snipe drones and you could snipe SCVs, so that would definitely be fun. And a couple storms here on this army, forcing it back. It's really not a lot of room for fOrGG to maneuver in this tight space. It's going to be susceptible to these storms. One Templar here, not enough energy for another storm. And the Archon's now falling back. Oh, here we go. Pushing in. These units are very, very low on health. Only one medevac here to heal them. We check here. There are Stalkers harassing along with a Templar. A few more Templar coming in. Oh, looks like fOrGG does clean up the main Protoss army. But will he get here in time? Likely see another Protoss warp him. The Templar are going to fall back, though. Not going to go for a storm on this army. And now the Stalker's going. This one lone Templar throws down the storm. Not doing a whole lot of damage, though. And both players very low in supply. Checking the income tab, the Protoss player has kept most of his probes alive, though. A large amount of SCVs going down to LiquidHerO here. And meanwhile, yep, so the 4th base will be back up. It looks like it's about 2 base versus 2 base. Both players close to mining out their 3rds, with their 4ths in pretty good shape at this point. And will we see another expansion come up? At this point, though, both players are very hard-pressed to produce units. Very low on minerals, a lot of gas for the Terran. It's typical, but I'd say in this case, well, actually, I take that back. I was going to say it favors the Terran, but these storms and the feedback are just too good for fOrGG to deal with here. Oh, look at this. Hero pushing forward a couple Archons with his our other Archons as they are forming. A great little trick. I believe I saw Huck do that. I think that was the first one I'd seen do that, but it's a cool, yeah, it's a cool trick that I'm sure a lot of Protoss players do. You know, when you're forming an Archon, your other units can push it forward. A little bit of engagement here, but both players low. 8 Marauders, 9 Marines, a Viking, and 3 Medevacs versus 2 Archons, 5 Zealots, and 3 Templar. Very low econ game. And looks like, yep, a Viking just scouting out for extra Protoss bases. See, at this point, I could see the Terran going for a drop. The Protoss army is just so small, it can't be everywhere at once. I don't know, he has 3 Medevacs as well. It would be a great opportunity to really, you know, he could come in here and pick off maybe the Twilight Council, the Templar Archives, or go for the Robo. But with Hero going, you know, pretty much straight Gateway, the Templar Archives would be better, or even well, he's not going Stalker, so yeah, I guess the Templar Archives would be the best bet right now. It would cut the Archons out, it would cut the Templar out. There is no Dark Shrine, I believe. I have not seen one. And that would be great, but you know, if he does that, he does risk losing to a frontal attack. However, with these, well, he has 1 planetary fortress, so he would be able to hold there. I don't know. We're not going to see that, though. It looks like a little bit of a stalemate. Both players, you know, rebuilding their armies. Terran floating, a little bit of minerals here. Let's see what he's going to use it for. Ghost coming out. A couple medevacs. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't gone for a drop here. There really is no defense from Hero. No cannons to be seen. You know, obviously he could warp in, but with this few, you know, being this low on the resources, at this point in the game, it's, you know, he's mined out. He's on one. The Protoss player is on 1 base. fOrGG is also very close to 1 base. So, yeah, you know, with Hero being low on minerals like that, it would be nice to see a little bit of a drop from fOrGG. But you know, it also the asymmetry of information in StarCraft 2. He might not realize what his position is. That's one of the great things about this game, is the fog of war. It's also one of the worst things. Nah. All kidding aside, we're a little bit of a Zealot Templar engagement here. Let's see how much, if it'll move and do any damage to that 4th base. Preliminary storm here, but misses the ghosts completely. Another storm on the army, doing a good bit of damage, but these ghosts are moving in. I don't know where the observer is. There's one about to finish. I thought there was another one. Looks like a couple Stalkers picking off SCVs as well. Great harass there. And wow, this is about the 3rd time I think that Hero's 4th has fallen. That has to be frustrating. Meanwhile, this, I can tell you, is frustrating. If we check, workers killed 64 for Hero, 37 for fOrGG. Whew. Very, very long, intense game. I hope you guys are enjoying this. But the army of fOrGG trapped here up against the wall. Nice pickup to save some of those ghosts. But there, it could just be too much. A second, the reinforcements coming in from the backside, though, do finish off the army. Great play from fOrGG and Hero both. I think it just really came down to losing those Colossus early on. You know, about, oh, well, I say early on, but I guess it was about 10 minutes ago. You know, so it was really, you know, about 20 minutes into the game. And that really hurt Hero's army. Also, losing this 4th base. Definitely not a situation you want to be in. He did do a lot of harassment to slow down fOrGG. But, you know, he mined out of his 3rd faster. A Hero did, while fOrGG had minerals left over at the end of the game here. So, his economy was a little bit better. He was able to build up a stronger army, get the best of the engagements. And that does it. Thanks for tuning in. This is Captain America signing off. I'll be uploading a lot more shortly. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Keep crafting.